Hi,
Hello,
Master.
everyone. We are live with a Season 13 Week 5 game between two undefeated players. We have Mike W. from Pork Roll Protocols versus Daub. And Mike is playing a Brotherhood list, it looks like. I don't know what's going on here. It's a little spicy with Red Skull, Master of the World in the list too, with Hulk and Voodoo, and yeah, that's pretty interesting. And he's got Senators, of course. Senators is a great Mystique scenario play. Anyway, against him is Dobbs' list. He's been running Hellfire, and looks like that's hasn't changed. He's playing Hellfire. Every character splashed. We got Bill, Ultron. I mean, all the usual suspects are here. And yeah, so let's see what happens. I'm gonna let them know we're live. Joining me on commentary is JP. How is it going, man?
Going well, going well. Glad to be here. Glad to see this game.
Yeah, I was hoping that Mike would play Hellfire here and we get a Hellfire mirror because I know you've been at least we got one player playing Hellfire. I know you've been playing or in uh, talking a lot of strategy with Hellfire for a while now. In fact, I did want to mention as we get going here that credit where credit is due. JP is the original pusher of Captain Marvel OG as a counter to CGR, and that's what he put the idea in all of our heads, and it became quite the thing. So I'm glad I got you on during a Hellfire game here.
Yeah, I was definitely hoping for a Hellfire off as well, but I have seen Mike talk about trying to figure out Brotherhood for a while. I'm really curious, like you mentioned earlier about Red Skull, but we'll see what shenanigans he tries to pull off.
Yeah, Mike is another. He's another thinker. I think there's quite a few people that are active in the online discords that are putting their ideas out there and doing lots of thinking and testing and tinkering. And I used to do that. Now I just take all the good ideas that people offer up online and just like, and that's pretty much it. But Mike is definitely one of those guys who's trying to test things out. I like his thoughts on Brotherhood and so we're gonna see what he comes up with today. So we have our missions. We've got senators and Riot Spark extremists. So I don't know if we're gonna see anything crazy here. I'm predicting a Hulk, a Juggernaut, Mystique, Toad, and then the three threat of choice probably is my guess. They are at 19. And that's like the Mystique Dream Team is what it was called back when it
hmm
Senators first came out. What do you think of the crises that have come up?
So I'm gonna have to give a slight edge if he does do, as you mentioned, the dream team here, for Mystique, because if Emma could get pushed out of either scenario or she stays too far back, that's gonna give a huge advantage to the Brotherhood team. But if and a key phrase is how well is Hellfire gonna handle two big guys, was particularly Hulk. I didn't get to see the full list of the Hellfire players, so I'm just Hulk is one of those characters. Either you have a way to deal with it, or you don't. You know, and the sad thing is that you could place Hulk in a position where there's no way around it. You have to deal with him. So I'm just interested to see what he's going to do.
Yeah, well, I know that Dobb had Miles in his list. I think I saw Black Cat in there too. So there's definitely options to minimize attrition into Hulk while taking his things away, or same with Juggernaut. Um, Emma is like a kind of like an okay counter or interesting piece to play against Toad, who wouldn't be able to slippery away from the attacks.
hmm
And also bring Toad in as well. But so it's going to be interesting to see. I think like really the main thing here is like which characters is Mike going to use to take Dobbs extracts, because the Mystique team allows you to do that with multiple characters. Like for example, I mean the Juggernaut and Hulk are like the big clear ones where Hulk double moves, he can pick up a piece, he immediately gets refunded from the leadership, and then he can have his 3 power to jump backwards, and same with Juggernaut, who can move twice, pick up a piece, have 3 power still, and then slide backwards, so they can both be on their side of the board with your opponent's pieces. It means that your opponent has to grab your side, but then you've got Mystique with Deception that could potentially punish you for trying to take the Brotherhood's side of the board. So that's really what the problem that the Mystique team offers, and we've got the rosters coming out now. So Mike is going with the full dream team as I was thinking he would. Pyro is the 3 that I did not mention, but we've got Mystique, Juggernaut, Pyro, and Toad with Hulk as a splash. Weir's Deception and Brace. Pyrotechnics, Do You Know Who I Am, and Kick 'em While They're Down. Against him is Dobbs, Hellfire. 5 wide, we have Emma, Rhino, Bill, Logan, and Black Cat. With Hellfire Club, Fallback, Brace for Impact, This is a Robbery, Exceptional Healing. And yeah, so what do you think of Hellfire's options that they've brought to the table?
I'm going to take a minute to congratulate Carl because I completely forgot that he updated Emma. So on my stream, I'm looking at Emma, the 3D render. It's beautifully done, so good job, Carl. Sorry, I had to take a minute for that because I'm always impressed by this mod. But as far as his list, I had a suspicion he would go this. Me personally, I prefer Sabretooth over Apex Predator over Logan, but this is your fairly standard team to go against 2 big guys. You know, you're going to have Bill typically either going to go into one of the big guys really quick, or he's going to be there to throw them, or as I like to call it, bowling. Bowl one of the big guys into somebody else. Do that a couple times, and you're going to KO somebody pretty quickly. Now, the question is how is he going to leverage Wolverine? Despite Wolverine being a great damage dealer, I have a feeling that a lot of the scrum is going to happen right in the center, and he's not going to take full advantage of, I think it's called On the Hunt, his superpower. So we'll see how that comes down to play. Because me personally, I probably at 19 would have gone a little more wide just to play the secures and have my objective stealers or my extractors just steal something and run away and do the I need you to chase me game.
Yeah, I think that so if I'm going into this as Dob here because like we had to talk about like the position like it's yeah favorable. This is the Mystique Dream Team for a reason, all right. So I think that if I'm Dob here and I'm looking against across the table from this, I'm thinking Logan has to pick on the little characters here. Like if Logan can get Pyro or Toad down in round 2, it can put a lot of it can completely flip the game over here, and that's often the strategy that I would try to go for when I wasn't playing like the Malekith, like a Malekith Cabal team, which was also pretty good on this mission too.
Mhm.
When Malekith was before his nerf, his most recent nerf, but what I would do is I would just if you take out these smaller activations, it means that you only have 2 bodies that are holding extracts, and therefore there's 4 senators on the board for you to take, and a Mystique and Toad and Pyro are a lot easier to take off the board or daze at least initially than
Mhm.
Hulk and Juggernaut for sure.
Yep, especially if you could somehow repeat the process of just throwing characters. I mean, he does have with Bill. It's such a easy thing to do, just double move and throw if possible. But I don't know. Then again, none of the wheels in my head are spinning. It could be possible he could try to go for an attrition game and have Emma and Black Cat just hang back, but we'll see. I mean, there's more than one way to sort of play into this list. It's just I know it's difficult. And it's difficult for a reason.
Yeah. So, like, now deception is like a whole other brain puzzle, but I want to do comment on Mike's deployment strategy here. So, this is like basically the exact deployment you want to use. This is like a form, like the perfect formation. By having Juggernaut and Hulk basically in between the senators, it means that both of them can grab either of the 2 furthest ones that are directly across from them. If you deployed them any uh, directly on the flank senators, then you might not be able to grab the middle. It's very tight. Now there is terrain that is in the way that could stop them.
Mhm.
So I'm not sure if that's going to come into play, but Toad in the middle there. Like, I think Toad could have grabbed any of the back three based on his deployment. From my understanding, he's a little further back from the deployment line because of the terrain, but I think he could still get there. Either way, so this is the flexibility in deployment is really good. I really like how Mike deployed. They all basically deployed in the center here. There's nothing really to comment on deployment wise. So let's see Juggernaut do the pretty telegraphed standard play here. He's going to grab this piece and slide backwards.
Oh, sliding to the side.
Interesting. Yeah, I mean, like, so one other thing that Mike, we want to see out of Mike here is we do want to see, probably, if possible or if available, we want to see him use the Mystique token. I know that I haven't played Mystique in many games, but as a player who's played like a few of them, it's something that like I feel like can easily be forgotten. Is that you can place that token down? It's like the other half of the leadership. Let's see if Mike uses it this round or if he can use it during the game effectively.
Well, I think I see a potential first deception target.
Yes.
I mean, how good would it be to eliminate Black Cat by turn 2 or 3?
Yeah, it is super tempting. So it looks like we're gonna see that, right? Like he's gonna grab a piece with Mystique to keep the extract at like a 1-for-1. Otherwise, if you don't grab Mystique, if you don't grab her now, like Beta Ray Bill's gonna go up and grab a piece and then be within 2 of Black Cat, right? And then that way,
Yep.
you're not. So it's like this is the time to pull the trigger. I think if you want to play that, which it seems like the right thing to do, like having Hulk or like Pyro both like go into Black Cat here and just flip her. Seems reasonable, but it depends on how aggressive Mike wants to be.
Yeah, it doesn't look like he's going for that. He picked up Toad, so I guess he's going to be going that direction, which is fine.
Black Cat doesn't have Brace online either because she has no power, so maybe we might see like an early leadership trigger, just to prevent that. But I don't know. It's a tricky situation. Toad, is he gonna pay another power here to put a token on the? There it goes. Love to see it.
There it is.
Yes, that's perfect. That's what you want to see.
All right, and Toad's somewhat safe behind the silo, but then again, you're really not going to attack Toad this early.
Yeah. So now now Hulk and Pyro don't have to worry about standing on this back point. Neither does Mystique, so they can leverage that token to spread out on the mission or start working on attrition. Let's see what Daub does to respond here.
Oh, he's not.
Ooh, very interesting. I don't know. I don't know if I like. I think that you're gonna be
A little confused, but we'll
yes.
see. You're not even picking up the token?
Yeah, I think there's a little bit of a. I think this is. I don't like this play. Now you're gonna go down 4-2 on extracts potentially, yeah, and now you can't. You're not preventing deception. It seems pretty tough. Seems like a tough.
I should write this down. Just ask him later. What
Yeah.
was the idea? I mean, look, there could be something he's brewing up that we don't see. It's very possible.
Yeah. Oh man. Well, looks like Hulk is. Looks like Mike is opting to. I think he's. I mean, I think he sees the passiveness of Dobbs' play here, and is just going to be like, all right, well, I'm playing the scoring game. If Bill grabbed that piece, oh look at that, and the jump too to put him on the point, means he's gonna stop the secure scoring.
And he's going to force Logan to go over there.
Yeah, Logan. But I mean, yeah. It's interesting. I mean, I don't know, Logan, if getting a free attack into Hulk this round, but then he's going to be displaced. Hulk's going to displace him next round, and Oh man, it's there's lots going on here. I think that Dobbs gonna regret not picking up a second senator or a third senator, I guess, with that
Yeah.
turn. I mean, Emma, are we gonna have to see Emma go grab that senator? Like, I don't know. That's brutal for her because like Mystique can like destroy Emma. It's funny that battle of like the characters that what I don't know whatever their abilities, their clashing abilities are, but what is shapeshifter? Is that what it is? Oh, shapeshifter on
For
Mystique.
her, it's shapeshifter, and then it's power inhibitor, I think it's
Yeah,
called on
power
the.
inhibition.
Yeah.
Inhibition. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Exactly. So okay, Mike's opting to retreat back.
Okay. That's fine. You maybe don't want early damage on Hulk. That
Yeah.
makes sense. Um, I mean, Logan and Bill over the course of a game can take down a Hulk. So that and technically, um, Mike was first, so Dob would not have priority. So yeah, that makes a lot of sense why he did that.
So wait, did Mike win priority? Sorry, I forget. I thought Dob won
Yeah.
priority.
Wait. Dob
D-
is that. Sorry, I confused the names. My apologies. Dob did have priority.
yeah.
So what Mike is doing makes a lot of sense. He doesn't
Hmm.
want to have Hulk next to Bill and Logan, because over the course of an average game, they're gonna win. Those two are
Yeah,
gonna eventually beat a Hulk down.
that's very fair. Okay, so Emma, so we're opting to go with a 4-2 deficit on extracts and a looks like a 2-1. So what are we gonna see? We're gonna see 4 total points for Dob, and we're gonna see 5 points for Mike. So this could be a pretty. This is gonna be a pretty fast game, I think. I think it's gonna be over like it'll if it goes around 4, it means that there was a lot of extract dropping and back and forth damage being done. So let's see if this if a player can sneak a 3-round win. We've got a deception is what we're looking at here based on the
Called it.
movement tools that are out.
We called it, and he definitely could have stopped it though.
He's
But Dob
playing it.
opted not to.
Yeah. He's gonna have to borrow his opponent's long range tool if since he's using the other one for the angle.
Or TTS is being very silly.
No,
It,
yeah, no. This is just like there's no. You have to use the two long tools to do this play. They'll get it. You can see the hand movements like as if they're like talking with like with their hands. Oh, that's funny. Okay. Oh, there we go. Here we go. We got it. We got there. JP, do you what's it like in your local meta? Now, do you play in person a lot?
because of my job, it is a little difficult. So eh, my meta, it tends to play on Wednesdays and sometimes Saturdays. Saturdays I work, so it becomes difficult to try to head out there. But on Wednesdays, I try to make it when I'm able to work from home. I have about 10 people. They're a little more on the casual side. They love the game. Obviously, we're all former War Machine players who followed Schick basically to this game, and thoroughly enjoy it. So I enjoy it when I play with them because they do like to come up with very off the wall. In fact, that's what got me to Hellfire. I played against a player who brought Hellfire, and I was like, wow, this affiliation is really good, and took off from there.
Awesome. We saw Mystique push 4 damage through on Black Cat there with 2 attacks from the rapid fires, and so that was pretty big. It's going to set up a Black Cat is probably going to have to go with an early activation here on the Hellfire side if she wants to live. But we do have a leadership trigger that will come into effect. So here's something very interesting that could happen. and that's that Juggernaut, who typically he usually is known for having lots of power. However, if you stagger him and he has less than 2 power, or like 2 power or less, it means he cannot get rid of the stagger with his nothing stops the Juggernaut push ability, whatever it is. That what it's called? It's called, yes. It removes the stagger, but if you're at less than 3 power, you can't do that ability. So I think if okay, Black Hat has to live here, or
We,
probably, hopefully, he's
we
hoping Black Hat
we'll see
lives.
because he did do that. He did do the Hellfire trigger.
Oh yeah, yeah.
So
So she has 1 more health. Yeah,
yep. So she
blocks
blocks
1 so
one. She gets a
far.
crit.
Oh no, she
There's
needs the
3
crit.
damage. Nope, she
No,
didn't convert it,
no, she's gonna.
and
That's
there she
brutal.
goes.
That's 5 senators. Oh man,
Right.
that's yeah, that's 5 senators on Mike's
1, 2,
team.
3,
6.
4, 5, 6. So that's a 6-point swing.
Wow, yeah, 6 points to 3 to, yeah, we're seeing 3, 4. 6 to 4. No, 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 that's not right. Rhino has 1, and then 3. It's 3. So that's yeah, oof, that's gonna be a 3 round game right there. That was really big for Mike. So Dob needs to make some huge plays here, but yeah, like I was saying, Juggernaut's gonna be at less than 3 power. So if you stagger him now, it means that he wouldn't be able to get rid of the stagger with his ability, and therefore have a very crappy round 2. So that's an option
But that's
available to
if
Black
Cat
Hat.
survives. That's if Cat survives because Dob didn't have her. Does wait? Actually, it says he has priority.
Yeah, yeah, Dalba activated
Yeah,
last. Or sorry, second
yeah,
last. So Black Hat's stealing from Mystique,
yep.
and now has using her 1 move
Getting
action to try to avoid the situation. Oh,
and
it's
she can at least
tough.
still grappling hook though. So she
I'd love
gets
to
some
see.
distance.
I'd love to see the stagger here, and then the grappling hook. Like it's, but yeah, I guess it's probably better what you're
Play it
saying.
safe
Yeah, move and then do the range 2.
because now she has 2 benefits going for her: stealth and cover. So someone is going to have to go between Logan, Emma, and Rhino. It's probably not going to be a good idea to play those odds.
Yeah. It's all right. So now let's see how Mike responds here. All the Hellfire character, like he's winning, so it's like you're probably gonna look at a pass activation if you're or like something to kind of stall and make the Hellfire player come to you.
Hmm, pretty much.
Mystique.
And I mean,
Yeah, Mystique now doesn't have a piece, so she can double move. Um, and so I should be able to rotate potentially. Juggernaut can
walk up,
yeah.
punch Rhino, but then again, Rhino's going to just go onto that aggressive onto that point.
Yeah, there's nothing crazy to do here. I think you just like maybe um you just like stall it like a toad, put toad on the back point or something like that. I don't see anything obvious, but Mike might he's played Brotherhood more than I have, so I let's see what he's doing.
Okay, so he does do a walk, and he's going to do a regular punch. Is
Okay,
that 8
so
dice?
eight
Yes,
dice,
that's 8
yeah.
dice. Okay, and he rolled pretty good.
So 3 damage going through on Daub right now because Rhino has damage reduction. And now he's got the power to slide. He's got the power to
Would
slide or play Do You Know Who I Am, or both. But Rhino can. So the thing is, Rhino can displace Juggernaut with the card. But Rhino is already holding an extract, so it would the benefit of the card isn't as good as
no,
it
it
would
wouldn't.
normally be.
So the idea is if Rhino goes closer to Mystique, then play the card to throw him away. But if not, keeping that power for a later run could be better. But I have a feeling he's gonna aggressive towards Mystique. So, yep, there's a measurement.
Yeah, he's gonna try to. There's no way you cannot get out of 2 if you go closer to Juggernaut here. You're too big. Uh, um, I'm pretty sure that's the way it looks anyway, and um, yeah, I guess like you already have the power to like stampede, and then you've got a range 3 attack. You don't even want to be in range 2 of Mystique, right? You want to be in range at least on your first
Yeah.
attack. You want to punch without having to deal with martial artist.
Yep. You basically want to do the first attack and then get near a terrain piece and throw it at her, and then at that point you could hopefully should be gone. You could walk away or attack somebody else. I mean, you do have, assuming he doesn't get thrown, you do have Juggernaut in one area and Pyro in another. It'd probably be better to. Oh, looks like
Well, he now has
I'm zooming in
ranged.
on my.
Yeah, he's going into it. I think
So
he's
is he
gonna
going
try
to
to get the
Juggernaut
card out
in?
here. Yeah, let's see. Let's see what happens. But I think he's. Oh, is he out of 2? He is out of 2. He barely got
He's out of
out.
two.
Yeah. Wow. Um.
So he's going to pay. What was it? I always forget. Nothing. So there's 3 power, and then he has enough power to do both, but he won't be
Yes.
on a point, which is fine. I think that's still a good play, especially if you could somehow angle it to throw it onto either well, let's see. Emma has 2 power to negate that. I mean, even just throwing him away, forcing him to spend more power is probably a good idea. But let's see. No, he that's it. He put a check mark by him.
All right. So it looks like Rhino. So this like Rhino could just like do a lot of damage to these weaker characters here. Like he's quite the bully.
Mm-hmm.
Especially to these like characters that have like 3 5 health. He can we brace him. Brace is available, so all these characters will be able to block the first one. So I'd like to see Rhino like force the brace out on a character here, so that the Logan throws or the Bill throws will be able to actually push damage through later in the game. So you do really want to burn that brace as soon as possible if you're Daub.
Question here is, hmm, the hard part is if you don't activate Rhino now, Hulk could just leap over and take a swing at him.
Yeah.
But then,
We're gonna see. I think we're gonna see a Rhino activation here, just like you're saying, and we're gonna see the leadership trigger probably in all likelihood.
all right, so he's going to stampede, but he still may hit Mystique. Maybe he's not going to target Mystique.
Man, I mean, I don't. I'm. I'd love to see Rhino pick on the other guys, but maybe he's like scared of Hulk, just like using throwing
Yeah,
Rhino around or throwing stuff. But I mean, like Rhino's in the spot like he wants to be at. He wants when you're against a Hulk with Rhino, it's a bad matchup for Rhino,
yep,
usually. But if you're so far away from the rest of your team with Rhino that he can't be used against you, then I don't think it's as big of a problem. I think you go all in here on Pyro or Toad.
yeah.
Um,
I would personally try to attack Pyro
yeah,
and then essentially throw the silo into Mystique and then attack Mystique and then stampede away, forcing Hulk to spend at least one action to walk over me if he wants to do that. Trying to negate that Hulk is activation's probably the best thing. Okay, so he just spent 3 power.
yeah. Hulk can
He
only
stamped.
move once too, so it's it really he'll have a hard
Oh,
time
that's right.
rotating.
So he's going over here. Let's see. Is he going to attack Juggernaut or he could be out of 2?
He's going into
Yeah.
Juggernaut.
All right. Okay.
All right, so 7 dice here. So this could punch through some damage. Let's see what he gets.
Oh, such a
Oh, both
underwhelming
sides.
roll.
Both sides
Okay.
had
Well,
really not great. 1 damage through.
1 damage. Nice punch. Protects Juggernaut for getting getting additional damage. Let's see where he places him. I think you answered this question before, but you could still do robbery even if you're holding extract, right?
Yeah, exactly. Because the card just says like they drop their extract and you throw the medium. It doesn't say anything about what the status of your character is. You just
Okay.
yeah. So
So maybe he's going to be throwing Juggernaut into Mystique here, which would also burn. I mean,
yes,
potentially burn Brace.
and it gets Juggernaut off the point. There's the card being played. Oh no, terrain being thrown. So let's see if he braces. I doubt he does. He's Juggernaut, size 2, I believe that was. 4 defense
Oh,
dice. Oh, he misses it. So if does he pay 1 to take only 2 damage? I would imagine so. There we go. And now Rhino is out of power, so we're gonna see probably. Oh, he healed 1 on the Extremis console. So
okay.
that's how he went
All
down
right.
to 2. But we're not seeing leadership yet, looks like. Pyro's checking for a range 3, so he's looking for the Incinerate into a Pyrotechnics, potentially. It's so similar to This Is Robbery, because you can you drop the thing and then you push them away instead of a throw.
Right,
You just
right.
need the
But there's a
Incineration.
leadership trigger.
Okay, so we have a leadership trigger. So yeah, Mike's realizing he's out on Pyro, which means that the card isn't available to be used. Excuse me. This activation.
Yeah. Um, I would potentially not use Pyro just yet, but that's just me. Um,
I think that if I had to guess now, okay, so interesting. Toad doesn't have a lot of options available to him this round. All right, so we're going with Mystique, and she has two actions here: move and
makes her move.
attacking into Rhino, probably. Yeah, I mean, of course, Rhino. So she's got 2 attacks here. If she gets that hit, she gets 1, no damage through, but she gets a
No
hit on the
damage.
rapid fire.
Yep. Oh, 3. Okay. And no block, so
Ooh.
pushing 2 damage on through. Then he's probably going to heal Juggernaut with the Council.
Yes, that's right. And Rhino is
Oh,
advance forward, but if I were Rhino, I would stay there for now.
or or use the card. Do you know
Oh,
who I am on
yeah,
her
that's what he was
turn?
measuring. Yeah,
Which is pretty good, but I think it's better to do it on a turn where you could throw somebody into somebody else so they cannot reactive brace.
that's
Because
right.
technically, shapeshifter works. It's like it's a weird interaction where like she's throwing but she's not.
Yeah,
It's
exactly.
a trick that I got surprised with one time.
Yeah, it's similar to like I mean, so basically because it's still Mystique's turn or her activation, and you can't play any reactives during her activation, but you can also play that card during Do You Know Who I Am during that activation. It means that they can't brace against that size 4 terrain throw or the size 4 character or terrain throw that Juggernaut has on that card. Similar synergy works with a card like Siege of Darkness and Midnight Suns or Wakanda Forever if you play that card, if Mystique is splashed in that list. So I think that it's set up for a next round situation. You could activate Mystique early and then just toss Rhino maybe, but if you do want to just you could do it anytime. Like that's why that card is so powerful. Is that on any of your turns you could play that card.
Mm-hmm.
Same with Deception, and same with Pyrotechnics. Like these cards are
Yep.
all real problems to play against.
Yep.
Yeah. So
So we're seeing a measure to throw Hulk. Uh, Dob is trying to see what would be better. Throw Hulk away, but there's a stump. So
yeah, hopefully
it's
he
better to
sees
throw him
it.
into somebody.
Yeah, this is why I would have loved to see the Rhino terrain throw into a weaker character, or like maybe hit like Pyro or hit Mystique outside
Mm-hmm.
of Martial Artist, and then throw a terrain to basically force the brace. Because then you'd have Bill be able to walk and throw Hulk without a brace, and then maybe like I don't know, either spender or rotate. And it just like there's lots of different things that could happen. Bill could have had an amazing activation here with like a God Hunter, or no, is that what it's
Mm-hmm.
called? Yeah, God Hunter and a throw of Hulk into Toad or something. Who, and that way you're just like getting two size fours into Toad. You're flipping them over. I don't know. Like that's just like a line that could have happened, but with Brace still available, with Brace, it means that Toad can stop one of those size fours. Anyway,
Yeah,
he might still do it. Like I mean, like we'll see.
yeah. Why? I mean, it's always good to burn the brace as fast as you can. The other issue that I'm sort of potentially seeing here is that because Rhino didn't do that aggressive play. Um, okay, he's measuring that. Not sure why, but the reason why we didn't see Rhino do, or the fear that I'm seeing is that with the Hellfire player, since Rhino wasn't aggressive enough, um, now it's that the Brotherhood player just has to play cagey. Just, hey, come to me. I have all the senators. I have 2 points. Just come to me, and it's maybe a potential issue that the snowball effect is going to get too big for Dob. So we're seeing build like we discussed. We're probably going to see what we just mentioned, a possible God Hunter and maybe a throw, or first a throw.
Maybe just a throw and then rotate back, or something like that. The
Right.
Yeah, I would love to see a little more aggression here. You're down on points by a significant amount, and you really need to just get that. You really need to get some damage through here to take some activations off the board, I think. So let's see. That's just my thoughts. So let's see what Dob ends up doing here. But Bill still has one more action left and what looks like a character or terrain throw. So he is throwing Hulk, from what I'm seeing. There's the power spent.
Is he going to clear? He
Okay.
is.
I
Okay.
appreciate him doing the throw very slowly and deliberately. Oh
Oh,
wow, does that hit? Does that hit Pyro?
that's
Oh my
uh.
god! I mean, jeez, it looked
We would
like
need
I
an
mean, it
instant.
looked like he missed it. I don't know. I don't like. I saw as I was watching. It looked like the shadow didn't go over Pyro's base at all.
Okay,
Um,
they're probably playing by that because I was on my screen. I was looking at an angle, so I probably
yeah,
had that parallax effect. But
yeah,
either way, that
that looked very close.
potentially, yeah. So you were correct. He's going to rotate here. Um,
I think it's too
try to get
passive
that
though.
Hulk. It is because at this point, if all things considered, right, um, Pyro could just walk up, maybe try to put an incinerate on Rhino, or you could just have Toad just a passive turn, have Toad just walk back here and force one of his two characters he hasn't activated to move up.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
So Mike only has one move action here. Yeah, he has to remember. He has to remember that if he doesn't want to blunder this activation. Um, but yeah, Mike is gonna be going last this round based on the characters left to activate, and I don't see Mike losing an activation here unless something crazy happens. So
Nice.
you're gonna just save Hulk for last activation, and then kind of just defend your position. I think he'll just have Toad on 1 point and then Hulk and you've yeah, let's see what happens here. We're gonna put it looks like putting Incinerate onto Rhino is the goal.
But yep. So here comes a fire. Is it fire blast or fireball? I always
Fire
forget.
Blast, I believe, sounds
Okay,
right.
fire blast. So he's powering it up with stoke the flames. So we're gonna get a potential 7 dice into Rhino.
All right, I like that. How did he? Okay, so how did he get? Oh, because the attack from Black Cat. So the attack on Black Cat last round got him to 3 power
Gave him the
this
power.
round. Yeah.
Oh, four
Oh my
crits
goodness.
and a wild. Oh, Marvel
Yeah,
Christ
I
Protocol
know.
dice strike again.
Dude, that's
Oh my.
insane. Oh, we just saw 9 dice on 7. Oh
Oh.
my. Oh my goodness. Dude, 9 dice. I'm gonna roll. I'm gonna roll 7 dice, and I'm gonna get.
Yeah, I'm pulling up
I'm getting
a
nine
MCP
successes.
dice roll website to see how the odds in that. Let's
That's
see.
just my God, Jesus Christ.
All right, so 7
Oh
dice.
man, oh
That's
geez Louise,
dice.
geez Louise, that was quite the knockout there. The
All
knock,
right, so the potential of doing was that he did 9 damage,
he
less
did.
than 0.1%.
Well, hold on. It was. Did you include the damage reduction in 3 dice, or like? Oh, so hold on.
Yes.
So he did. He did. He actually only did 7 damage. Holy
Yeah.
Makana joins the chat. Says, "I thought I'd get here late, but I've got lots of game left." Well, you know what? I don't know. There's Mike is playing very
Uh,
well, and Dob is
yeah.
struggling to. It looks like he's struggling to catch up. So, um, unless Dob has a couple of big activations next round, Mike's gonna be like looking at ending this game.
Yeah,
So
because I mean, if assuming he gets at least 5 points, which I don't think he is, he's gonna get 6, right? So 1, 2, 3, 4,
he's gonna get
5,
6. Yeah,
6. Yeah. So if he doesn't, if he gets another 6, then at this point you just take 3 characters and run away and don't interact. I know it's kind of some people don't like that, but like,
yeah, yeah,
really, he doesn't have to interact with Dob.
yeah. That's right. I think what we're seeing. I think this. I mean, we're seeing just the Senators play go pretty much exactly how you would a
He
Mystique
wants it.
team would want it to go. Like this is like everything has gone exactly the way you'd want it to go. With that deception pulling in um, the character to take their piece on round one, and yeah, and now you have you had all your characters having a piece that's like couldn't end up better for you. So let's see if Mike can basically close it out. But we're seeing Emma is looking to get a good attack into Pyro right here, or Mystique. It's tricky because we're for sure gonna see. Oh no, hold on. We can't now. Rhino can't be thrown. That's the one thing that a Dazed Rhino is gonna stop Juggernaut from playing that card this round into Emma or anything like that. But if she's not careful, she's gonna get Mystique is going to rapid fire into her, and
Yep.
then terrain. And then
That
if she flips over or something, right? Uh if Dob isn't, oh no, she can't flip. Okay, I don't know. I'm
she
sorry,
can't.
I'm
She
bad at this
can't
game.
because
I know.
shapeshifter
There's
counters power inhibitor, or I'm sorry, is it power inhibitor or
power
power
inhibition.
inhibition? So yeah, Mystique just counters Emma. So it would be crazy to put Emma in that situation.
The
But he has to do something. But even Wolverine though, walking up and attacking Juggernaut, because I don't think, can he throw Juggernaut?
no, he can't. He's size 3 or less.
So yeah, so it's probably better. Yeah, so I agree here. It's probably better to attack Toad, but then you still have Hulk who's not activated, who could just jump up and you know to put 2 into Logan.
Yeah.
So there's not a lot of good choices here. I think I hate to say it. I think it's downhill here for Dob,
So the
barring of
so
course Dice save him.
so the one thing that okay, so yeah, this is the I was thinking about the Rhino bowling ball with do you know who I am situation, and I was like, oh, Emma could just brace it with her ability, but and then I'm like, oh wait a second, you throw it when it's Mystique's turn. So yeah, if Emma goes within 3 of Mystique here, she's in for a world of hurt next round on a Mystique
Yeah,
activation. She would just get absolutely like annihilated
obliterated.
by it. Yeah, like Rhino being thrown into her. She can't brace. It's Mystique's turn, and then rapid fire attacks into her. Yeah, yeah, it would be bad. So I think like an early like having Logan. Um, when Logan begins his activation on round 2, the best spot he can be in is to be within 3 of an enemy character when he activates, and also outside of 3 of his team. And so, unfortunately, right now he is neither option. Um, I would have loved to see Logan
Doing
grab a
his
far
best.
senator or do something where he's like in the mix. Like if he dove and grabbed a senator and got deceptioned in against Mystique, um, or like something like that instead of Black Hat, he would have had a amazing activation on round 2. And you know what?
Yep.
Maybe he goes down on round 3 or something, or whatever happens. Mystique maybe like blows him up on a building and he can't exceptional or something like that. Uh, like he would have, I'm sure he would have taken out a character or two or flipped a character or two at least,
Hmm.
going down there. And yeah, so anyway, we have Logan kind of throwing a little bit of a Hail Mary here into Toad. He's got a throw on Toad. He paid 3 for 2 or what is it called? It's called What I Do Isn't Very
What to do
Nice.
isn't very nice.
Yeah. Hey Crunstall, welcome to the stream here. It's we've got Logan attacking Toad, and he doesn't get a great roll, so Toad blocks 2 damage, only takes 1.
But he still gets the throw, I believe. So if he could throw him away from Hulk,
Oh,
then you get to place. Oh, he's placing first. Okay, so he's getting rid of the token or the leadership from Mystique. I think it's called what, Freedom Force? Let me look at the
yeah,
card.
that's the yep. You're right.
So that's good.
Yeah,
But now you're next to a Hulk.
yeah.
We could easily
Logan is
just
not.
punch you.
Yeah, Logan 1v1ing Hulk. Is not ideal for Logan. He's gonna get staggered or gonna just be displaced. Out like even maybe potentially outside of 3, so he has to take a move action to get into a striking distance of Hulk. Like Hulk will just win that battle, or at least Hulk will be able to break parity every single time against Logan, and the game will end before Logan can push through damage on his own against a Hulk typically. So unfortunately, like he's in a bad spot here where I would have loved to see Toad should have taken a damage. Right? Because oh no,
Yeah,
cover,
yeah,
no
you're right.
cover, cover. Mike had cover there, and I would have loved to see Toad take a damage though, and then Slippery towards Bill. Or sorry, no, hold on, nope. I forgot what I said. I thought they were on the same team, but um, yes, okay. So Toad not taking any damage there is a reasonable play for Mike. And looks like he's just going to spend his turn just getting on the
Get
point.
back on the point.
Yep.
Maybe even just throw an attack. No, he's not even going to attack Logan.
Yeah, I
Which is
guess
fine.
like yeah, that's reasonable.
Don't power him up.
Yeah.
But now what is Mystique going to do? Oh boy. So what we discussed maybe 5-10 minutes earlier, it's likely going to happen, but we'll see.
Yeah. So let's see. Looks like I think Emma's gonna attack into Mystique. She doesn't have any defensive tech against Mystic. Oh, hold on. He's reconsidering. And yeah, it's reconsidering here. He's gonna go into Pyro instead. It looks like Mike's letting him take that back.
You're still too close.
Yeah, I think you still get in range. He's trying to avoid the cover on Pyro, but as a result, he's of course you're right.
That it's not good all around.
Yeah, no, this is like it is. We are yes. I think next round we're gonna see Emma get punished if she doesn't, like, even if she gets the advance trigger here. Like, it's probably worth it for Mystique to just move in rapid fire and then do you know who I am and do our so she did get it. So she did get the advance trigger. Mystique blocks only 1, takes 1. Will get pushed. Or will get advanced, sorry.
Yep, might as well advance her as far away as possible. At the very least, maybe force her to use 1 action to move. There's a bush there. So you can advance. Never mind. Yeah. The bush doesn't. Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah. So yeah. So the only thought I have is that maybe Mystique's activation isn't a priority activation next round, or like, and Dob does have first activation next round. So
true.
Maybe Rhino like isn't there anymore if because he might activate earlier, like he might activate right away. So We're having a
Here's a
Hulk
throw from
throw.
Hulk.
Yep. And that looks, I mean, he's probably still in 3 there, but he might not be. And that's exactly what I mean when I say like Hulk can win that battle. Like if I had to guess, I'd say Logan is out of 3 of Hulk. And so you can imagine what each round would look like, where Logan would have to move, do one attack, and then Hulk would just throw him away again. And it
Yep,
just like
rinse and repeat.
typically wouldn't. It just like that will take you like 5 rounds to deal with the Hulk. And that by that time the game is probably well over. So that's why I didn't like Logan going into Hulk now. So Hulk is doing one move action. He's stuck with the Senator, so he can't do anything else. He's body blocking Bill there. Very interesting. I'm
Yep.
surprised he didn't put a. I guess
He
you
doesn't
don't
want
need
to
a
power
Freedom
up.
Force. You could have put like your
Yeah,
token down, I guess, maybe. But
but
is there?
you could always do it next turn. You
Yeah,
know,
yeah. Toad can
you could.
or Toad's already on the
To-
point.
yeah, Toad's on the point, so if he's gonna leave the point, he could always put one down and go where he needs to go. But
Okay.
it seems to be very safe place here from the Brotherhood player.
Yeah, I mean, why would you? Why? I mean, you've got
Yeah.
the. Okay, so we have Rhino going now. He's looking. He's. This is like a. This is another like 80 yard. 80 yard. Oh, what's happening
Oh,
here?
oh, oh.
He's robbing. Okay, he's robbing. Gonna throw into Mystique maybe.
Get that brace off, or Pyro.
Or Pyro. Either way, like you're gonna force brace regardless of what you do. You are dropping the Senator, and looks like Rhino is going to opt into. Let's see. Rhino's gonna pick up the Senator. It looks like, and then hit the little the Brotherhood weenies is what I would guess here. A couple attack into Mystique, attack into Pyro. If you do end up getting lucky and getting Mystique down the first time, you can attack Mystique, and then if you're within 3, or if you're placed within 1, and then you could stampede out of range 2, and then hit her again. That way you're mitigating the martial artist that Mystique has. I think you're in range 3 if I had to guess. Looks like it.
Definitely range 3. So he's stampeding over towards Juggernaut. Okay, no.
Man, I wish let's see
It
who he
was
goes into, but Juggernaut is,
yeah,
man, he's proven to be tough nut to crack here.
yeah. I at the very least try to. Well, we'll see, because the martial arts is definitely it's definitely going to protect Mystique here. But or is he going to go into?
Looks like he's gonna pick on a weenie, like a little weenie character, this little 3 or 2 threat, 3 health or 3 3 3 5 health, and so let's see which one he chooses.
Front
There's the
stall.
stampede.
Front stall is thinking that he should have tried to rob Hulk, but I mean, in his position, while I agree with you, maybe it would take too much actions to do that. So,
Yeah.
okay, so he's stampede and he's going into Pyro.
All right. So that seems like a reasonable target priority.
Yep.
We've
So
got
Pyro blocks 1. And so that looks to be 3 damage.
Yes, looks like it.
Okay. So you'll place him there, maybe throw either the tree or the cargo. The tree's bigger, actually.
Yeah, deceptively terrain heavy map with these tall trees also being size 3s.
So here comes the tree into Mr. Pyro.
And he blocks nothing. He'll take the
So
damage.
Paul, was it John Allardyce? I think his name is. Yeah, it is. So he goes down. So there's at least 2 points lost from the Brotherhood player. I mean, I hate to say this though, you gotta wonder if this is a little too late. I mean, this aggression should have been last turn.
Yes, that's exactly what I was thinking. The this Rhino like sequencing that he's doing right now, like he should have done this last turn, and he would have been in a good, I think, a better spot. Instead, he put I think both of his attacks in a Juggernaut or something like that, and look at what you can do with a 7 dice and then a size 3 terrain throw into a little tiny 3 threat with the barely any with no defensive tech like Pyro has and Mystique has when you're attacking her in that range band.
Yeah, and the thing is that now he should try to attack Mystique because Mystique could easily just walk over, take 2 shots into Emma, and it's
Yeah, it puts her in a dangerous spot. The I mean, but I don't know. If I'm Mike here, I would just not be engaging with them at all. I'd just be grabbing any sort of pieces that Rhino leaves on the board. Like I'd be picking up the Senator that Pyro dropped, and
all right. I
maybe
mean, you
it's
could
it's
technically
tricky.
have Juggernaut do that, right? So Juggernaut just
Oh
walks
yeah, yeah,
once, grabs that, then uh, nothing stops a Juggernaut over to either Rhino or Logan.
yeah,
Um,
yeah.
and then you at that point you could on Mystique's turn, then you could do his throw to throw into Wolverine. There's just definitely ways to do this. Just Rhino needs to try to mitigate because if Emma goes down, that's one less activation uh, that he has, and it's just that would honestly seal the deal.
Yeah, I
You
think
know,
I think that even just like Juggernaut moving, like Juggernaut could like move, attack into Emma, maybe get the wild push on her. I guess she could stop it. Either way, just like um, you don't need to even attack. Like I guess what I'm thinking, the main thing I'm thinking is that you could just play "Do you know who I am" onto Logan and just throw him long away from Hulk and Toad, and then it's like he doesn't even get a good activation this round at all.
and
Um,
that's another play I didn't think of. That's another great. Just negate him by just keeping him away, because he really realistically only has Logan that's gonna come close to threatening everybody else there. I mean, there's 3 points in the back of the board here with Toad, the back council, and Hulk. He just needs 4 to win.
yeah,
So
yeah.
let's just hope that he figures that out. So he does have the attack range on Mystique, so maybe he hurt us.
Yeah, yes. I
Yep,
think
there we
I
go.
think we need to get a Mystique days here if Dobbs gonna stay in this game. Um, and we have only
So
3 successes, so not enough. She'll take 3 damage. She already taken a damage, so he needed just one more success. Um, yeah, that's you were just 1 damage short of getting like basically the best. We've got a bush in the way here, so Rhino can't place there. But having like the best activation you could have hoped for, we're 1 success away from that on
yep.
Dobbs' side. So, um, so yeah, now Mike gets to respond here. Looks like he's opting to go with Hulk defensively. I think he's going to defend his position here by displacing Logan. Yeah, there's
Yep.
the medium throw that he's eyeing up. Oh man, something just like a medium throw with Logan into a "Do you know who I am" to throw him medium and then long would be a funny little chain. I don't know if that's like worth it. I do like Juggernaut doing that "Do you know who I am" now rather than Hulk activating, because Hulk's gonna be the Beta Ray Bill kind of problem solver. Although Dob will
Yeah, but the
get last activation now that he's dazed Pyro.
yep. It's probably better to throw Logan away. Oh, he's punching him. Okay, okay,
Oh,
that's fine.
he's
That's fine.
is he paying her? No, he didn't pay any power, so he's just going to yeah, I
He
guess he's
walked
just
walked and punching him. So, and if he's able to throw him away, at the very least, that will negate one action.
yeah, very fair. Okay, very
So
not a great roll, below average roll for Mike's Hulk or and
2 damage got through.
yeah. No, I
So
think Mike got the wild. I think he was really hoping for the wild. He was gonna maybe he pushes him into basically into an angle that maximizes the distance between Logan and Hulk and then throws him medium. Or looks like he might just throw him.
Pushes him
Okay,
directly.
straight
Pushes him
back.
directly away. So he
Okay.
doesn't have to waste a power on that, which is fine. You know, that's perfectly okay. Hmm.
We have okay. I think looks like Dobbin might be considering fallback, but it's like it doesn't. I don't think that helps him. None of his cards really help him in this moment.
No, because if he falls back, he still gets the trigger afterwards, right? So that's.
Yeah, I've been trying to squeeze in Warpath into my list instead of fallback. And it's pretty like I don't know, like I just like haven't found the right spot to play it in yet. But basically, Warpath is very similar to fallback, but um
Going towards,
except
yeah.
it's the opposite. You're paying one power and you're advancing to. It's like aggressive. It's like what Bill has with aggressive. You're paying one power to
Yep.
get that superpower for the attack sequence. One time. Um,
I,
but
I can see that card being effective in now that Wakanda is sort of making a comeback. Against Shuri. Like, no, you're not going to do that to me, Shuri. I'll just come right back in, force you another attack. But all
yeah,
right. So is he fallbacking?
yeah. It looks like he did outside of two. He didn't want to be thrown medium, but he's gonna. Oh, the push happens before damage. So what that means is that Mike had to declare if he was going to do the wild push, and then Dobb had the opportunity to play fallback. So that's
Oh,
why.
you
So
are
a very
right.
interesting, very interesting little set of
That
dilemma here. That
I'm
Dobb
I'm
played
I'm
that
clapping
well.
that. That's a good. That's a definitely good play.
So Warpath, yeah. Krenzel's asking, do you Warpath and aggressive? Yes, you could do both, and I'm gonna do you one better. If you're winning or tied in VPs with Nick Fury as your leader, you could effectively aggressive with She-Hulk or Bill or something like that, and then you could pay one for Warpath, and you could also use the leadership to basically aggressive 3 times. Another cool synergy would, of course, be Sabretooth or Daredevil have the ability to pay 2 power to move short towards the character and then do an attack back at them. So you could Warpath, um, or you could Warpath and then pay for that, and so you'd get 2 short advances and then get to attack them. Venom has, of course, there's Venom synergy there too. So the card is pretty cool. Um, I think that the problem is that there's a lot of unaffiliated cards that are also very strong. It looks like Mike has opted to use his second action to move within 2 of Logan and displace him. So this fallback didn't do a whole lot, but it did get Hulk off of the senator, um,
You mean he gave him a
off
leap?
of the
Because
off of
he
the
walked.
console. Oh, did he
Yeah,
already
he
walk the
walked
last
up.
time? Okay.
He walked the first action, punched Logan, and then he gamma leaped.
Yes,
So
that makes sense. That makes sense because he would have been we would have got to 6 power and he spent 5, so that was a gamma leap and a throw. Okay, so now we have Dob gonna go here. He's looking to finish Mystique off. So this is another. This is more of the same where you're trying to take out the weenies before they get to activate, minimizing the score that Mike can win on the round. Um, and but yeah, I think um, what we're gonna see happen is Beta Ray Bill is going to displace Toad off of this back point to prevent the win from happening this round. I think is like the net result out of all of what we're seeing here. Because Dob will have last activation. I do think you need to take out Mystique here though. Um,
yeah, I mean it's possible that Emma could do it, walk up and then hit her with a pick up the senator, walk up, hit her with a mind spike. Um, that's. But then if that doesn't work, let's say you flub the roll. I'm sorry, it's called psychic spike. If you flub the roll, then again she's just sitting there with Mystique in range. Another potential, which I see him measuring it out, is try to have Logan come in there and maybe just get an attack onto Hulk and place himself on the council, so forcing Toad to have to deal with it. Nope,
yeah,
he's choosing to go with Emma. So let's see where Emma goes.
I do like
Emma,
this. I think you need to take out Mystique here if I had to guess. Mystique, like you can do a rapid fire into Emma, and then you could also do that long throw on Juggernaut on that size 2 box that's beside Juggernaut and hit Emma. And I think that could be enough to get her. But anyway, we're seeing an attack into Hulk. I think this is what you already said. If he gets the advance
second
trigger,
spike. He didn't.
yeah, I didn't get it. But
Mm-mm.
you're gonna go for it again, I'm sure, right? So Hulk's gonna take one here, and you're just gonna have to you're gonna do it again. That's rough, but I mean, man, Emma is in a little bit of danger here, I think, because
And
with
then Hulk
Mystique.
rolls 3 blocks.
Oh man, and he doesn't get the
Oh
trigger.
no.
Yeah, Emma didn't do the thing that she needed to do.
So,
Oh, we're
oh,
rotating
okay.
back.
Yeah, we're playing it safe, which is fine. Because if you think about it, right, you're getting 1, 2, 3. You have 3 senators now, and then Juggernaut could always just walk onto the point if need be. Because no one could. Bill can't is on the other side of the map, so he can't be displaced.
Yeah, so let's see here. Oh, we've got an attack. Looks like Mike knows he's gonna use his one move action to get the sender. Um, yeah, so if Mike holds one of the two secures on his quadrant here, we're seeing. Okay, he's flipping. Okay, nothing. He's flipping over his previous cards. All right.
So
Big
Mystique
hits
did
on
her spender.
Mystique. Oh, Mystique did a spender. Stun before damage. Interesting. I don't think it's going to slow Rhino down too much. But I think she's trying to basically um, like punch over the damage reduction there. So now that Mike has 3 extracts, he just needs to hold one of these secures to win the game. And my thinking is, I think you already mentioned this, like Juggernaut might just go to the other extremist console that is close to Rhino. And that means that Bill could displace Toad off of the point, like double move throw, but it wouldn't be enough to win the game or like to stop the win because Mike's Juggernaut would be on the other extremist. So Logan would have to rotate to where Juggernaut is, and yeah, we're kind of stuck in this situation where Dobbs just trying to fight off the loss here. The only out I see, like to kind of like slow it down further, is Beta Ray Bill double moving and throwing Hulk into Toad. Because that would be 5 damage that Toad would have to block. He would have to miss all of the blocks in order for that out to pay off on for Dob. So let's see what he does with his next activation here. He's got Black Cat and Bill and Logan to go. I think you go with Black Cat here and you just like stall an activation.
You have to think about next turn. Yeah, you can't play. You can no longer play passive. You have to be aggressive now.
Yeah. So the um hmm you interesting. He's gonna. I think this is like that's a
Wait,
terrible. It's terrible if you want to win the game. I think here because you're just not gonna do a million damage to Hulk here. Um.
uh,
Yeah.
okay.
It's tricky. I mean, like I think I should say this every stream, but like us having no pressure and not having to worry about like the outcome of this game means that uh, we have different ideas than the players who are actually feeling the pressure or any sort of pressure that they've self-imposed on them. Uh,
That's true.
so like it's we might see things that look
Nerves.
obvious to us and like good plays to us, but it's just a different experience when you're playing the game.
Yeah. Can Black Cat steal? But she has something on her. I don't.
Yeah,
I don't
no,
know.
Black Cat has something on
We
her.
cannot. Yeah. So the Black Cat play would probably be walk up, maybe stagger Hulk, and then jump onto the point.
Yeah, so it's tricky. I think you just can't activate Bill here. Bill's gonna be displaced off the point, and Toad's gonna like replace that spot, and then
Yeah, but what you mentioned earlier, he has to do something to stop the 4 points. So throwing Hulk into Toad and hoping that he
Yeah.
doesn't dodge one is probably the best play. Um,
So if he goes with Bill here, and like that's the thing. This is why Bill can't go now. Because if he goes with Bill here, what's gonna happen is, and he throws Hulk. I think what we would see, like into Toad or something, we'd see Juggernaut just like I think we'd see him move, throw Bill like with the card, and then move back to where he is, and then slide onto the point, and then um because now Hulk is on the Extremis console where Bill was, but Bill's not there anymore, and now Juggernaut's on the console, and now Logan is the only one who can do anything, and you've got two size fours on the other quadrant. So I think going with Bill here, uh, Dom needs to get a person on one of the other 2 points. Yes. Yeah. Oh yeah. Okay. So basically, Art's saying the exact same thing, but like reverse, and also just like a cleaner way to do it. And that's putting the Freedom Force token on the console that Rhino's already on, and that way Juggernaut is free to rotate further away. I mean, could Juggernaut move to the spot and then place the token and then move again and slide into Logan and then long throw him towards Bill, or not like towards that quadrant, and then that way Logan really has nothing to do, and I don't know, maybe that's not
but no, I mean, I think you're sort of onto something there. I mean, if you could try to mitigate the Logan activation, because truthfully, he really only has Logan and Bill to do something. You know, Bill could try to throw onto Toad, or okay, so he's moving Bill. So let's see if what we just discussed will happen.
yeah. Let's see. Yeah, he's looking at the range 2 for the throw, so it's looking like he's gonna go for it here. The only person he can daze with this throw on Hulk is into Toad, so he's gonna throw him towards Logan is the idea here. I mean, it's a bummer because Logan's not gonna get any rerolls, and so we're in a spot where like you just mathematically have a very small out here, if it does exist. Um, you have to. I think you have to stop Toad. Like
Yeah.
I'd love to see him find
Uh,
that out. I think that's the one. I mean, like maybe hopefully I'm not saying all this and that's like the wrong play, but that's what I see.
Yeah, and I agree with you though. I'm not okay. So throws him into the wait.
Yeah,
Okay,
there's a little
throws him
stump
into the
there.
yep. Not sure about this, but let's see.
Yeah, so that's Bill's activation. Did a double move there to do that. So that's tough. Okay. Looks like we're tossing Rhino, or he's measuring the toss on Rhino. um Man, maybe you can then toss Rhino and then slide into.
But there's a bush there.
Oh yeah, you're right. There's a bush. Yeah, my mistake. Oh, he's just gonna throw him away then. Oh no, he's doing a spender into Rhino. 10 dice. He's gonna just try to take him off the board, and that would like pretty much guarantee
He
though.
but
Oh, a
didn't
bad roll.
did not happen.
10 dice spells, two
So
successes, three successes.
so maybe get the one damage due to
Yeah,
the trigger.
exactly. He might need. Okay, so looks like he's opting to use the trigger to hit Rhino. Yep. So, if you did KO Rhino there and drop the Senator,
It's
it's
over.
over. It's over. Yep. Yeah. Um, I mean, I think it. I mean, the reality is that I think it already is over. Because Logan and Black Cat, I just don't think they have enough in them to do what they need to do. Like I mathematically, I mean, it's just tough.
So
Um,
at this point,
yeah,
who where does Logan go? Right? Because even then, it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Logan could go to the side point, and then Black Cat. I mean,
Black Cat's injured. That's another problem that.
Yeah. Yeah, I hate to say it. The writing's on the wall here. There's not much he could do.
So we're rolling dice. I think Logan's going into Hulk here. 4 with 1 block, so 3 damage on Hulk. Let's see if that converts. Nope. So 3 damage going into Hulk. And we got to place, and I'm sure we're gonna see a beam. Looks like they're not doing the place because he's gonna get another place from the spender anyway, so it doesn't really. I guess they're skipping the first one. There's 7 dice, 4 successes with 2 crits coming in, 1 block on Hulk, 5 into 1. Mike could spend for a full reroll here. Probably is. Oh, no, he's just taking the damage. It's probably doesn't matter, I think. I think that's
It does not.
I think they're going to probably call it, or they're going to finish these activations probably right now. And we'll jump into their chat when they move their scores onto the. There we go. All right,
Yep.
we'll jump into their
Okay.
chat.
Sure.
All right.
He's just moving her.
So she can't move
you got
twice.
a senator, so you'd have to just do
Yeah,
hippity hop.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you
There we
roll.
go.
All right. Yep.
So I'll score 5. Go to 17
I will score
at round 3.
4. Go to 10.
Oh, looks like you're scoring 5. I mean, not that it really matters, but yeah. Well, so the Mystique Dream Team came out today. Mike, how did you feel when you got Senators coming up?
That was exactly what I wanted. I was really hoping for
Yeah.
for either Scoundrels and Extremis on Senators. I feel like I could beat any team in the game on that. I have just so many good openings with this team, and I've played these a lot. We have some like really strong local players on Crimson and Hellfire, which play similarly. So like shout outs to Joe Pape. So playing that kind of matchup with guys like that a lot and getting Senators and being able to win those matchups, I felt really good here. Just I don't know if Dob, did you have Ultron on your team?
I did.
Yeah, that was the one. Like I actually play Senators in my Hellfire, and one thing I do against Brotherhood, I just played a local league game against them on Senators, and I just kind of start with Ultron and leverage the grunts to not get that deception off, because like the momentum early on is just so crazy.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, I knew I was hosed as soon as you got Senators, to be honest, but I played Ultron a lot on this kind of configuration, and he kind of gets slowed down a little bit. I mean, you're probably right. That would have been a better choice. But yeah, I was hoping that you weren't going to bring Juggernaut and Hulk.
Yeah.
But I figured there's not much I can do about both of those. Like, it's pretty gnarly.
Yeah, I actually prefer to lose priority with Brotherhood a lot of the times. If you saw my crisis spread, it's mixed bag. So the opponent almost always takes their secures. It's pretty rare they want mine, because there's usually one, something for attrition and then 2 things for scenario or vice versa. So I pretty much always play on my extracts when I lose prio, and all of them are pretty good for me. I mean,
Yeah.
research station's scary, but I figured post CGR I want to try it out again and just see where my team ranks versus like the top dogs and researcher for a bit, and if it doesn't work out, I'll go back to like legacy or paranoia or something like that.
Yeah, I can see. I like that idea where like researcher is like one of the few extracts where if you feel like you can fight on it or score it and like hold the line kind of thing, then it's the type of it's secure really, right? So it's typically the last player that activates has that advantage to displace the point and take the points, and so it's if you feel even on it against all their matchups, then you having it in your extracts means that you're kind of advantaged there, and then there's the logic on the Senator. So I like the thinking there where it's like even if you lose priority, and you don't have like you feel good about this position. But yeah, that was if I mean basically it was like exactly everything looked like it went according to plan. The cards on your side, Mike, are also really strong with like Do You Know Who I Am, Deception, and Pyrotechnics all being active cards. Like you could play all
Yeah.
three of those in like the same turn if the cards lined up. Like you could like Deception, or like you could like throw someone with Juggernaut into a Deception into a Pyrotechnics, and the character like on a Dob side could travel across half the board and on your turn, which is just the cards are very powerful to complement the incredible team that you can build with at 19 on this crisis. So it's a challenge. And when with Malekith gone and CGR like looking like questionable at the moment, I think we might be in a spot where Brotherhood on Senators might be the demon it was when it first came out.
I got
Yeah.
a quick question for Dob
Go
here.
for
I don't mean to interrupt.
No, go for it.
So on turn one, Dob, I was seeing because we were talking about how was deception going to be used, and we both, me and Lucas, agreed that it was probably going to be used on Black Cat. But when it wasn't
Yep.
used immediately, what was the reason to not have Bill go and just hold her hand essentially?
Because I kind of wanted what exactly happened to happen.
Okay.
I wanted her to be brought over here, killed, so I could steal and then run away at the very, because I had priority. That was the only thing I could. It was a long shot. I really didn't know what I was gonna do against Brotherhood on the Senators, so I was just kind of throwing some Hail Marys and some weird stuff that I was hoping he wasn't expecting. I mean, that actually worked out. I mean, Black Cat lived the whole time, scoring 2 points, but it wasn't enough, and it really. I wanted Deception off the board as fast as possible.
Fair
Yeah,
enough.
that's fair. I
Basically,
think
like-
Mystique did punch through like I think it was 4 damage or some very high number that I don't think anyone really expected.
Nope.
Yeah, and Dob, I think we would have loved to see Logan be a little more aggressive, maybe like just a double move, and you had 2 great characters, Rhino and Logan, that could have really picked apart Mike's backline. I think like if you ran it back, I think that might be there might be a window there, an opportunity to play it that way. Rhino, we loved the Rhino activation that you had where you were able to get Pyro and Mystique, and we were just hoping that like I think we saw an opening for you to have done that the round before when Rhino was still healthy instead of going into Juggernaut. But yeah, it's I mean you played against like the team that's the best on this scenario that was flipped, and so that's always a challenging thing to have to play against.
Yeah, because the hard part is that for Hellfire, I noticed. Or well, let me correct myself. I know for Brotherhood, if they could start scoring quickly, those 5-6 points a turn, at that point it's just like you have to just all gas, no brakes, and it is difficult when you have a Hulk and a Juggernaut just sitting right there. So, I don't know.
And
Like he was saying, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
There's not much you can do against Hulk with Wolverine. Like you just run over there, he beats your ass and throws you away. Like going. I mean, I think you're right. That was my only chance, was to go more aggressive, but you just get so punished coming into there. I was, yeah, I was on the back foot.
Yeah. That's why I brought
His dice
Kickham.
were pretty gnarly right there at the beginning, and it was just like, God damn it.
I thought he was gonna dive my back with Bill and take one of my back senators, so that's why I brought Kickham and Pyro, thinking that if he did that, I can just root slow him, and then because Hulk, as good as 7 dice is, sometimes they whiff, so I figured at least I'll get a few rerolls and try to get rid of his Bill early, but I didn't end up having to use it.
Yeah, I like the thinking there. That's very cool. JP, do you have any other questions for the players?
I want to compliment Dom on that fallback play. I completely did not see that, and Lucas had to basically break it down for me. So if you ever watched the stream, I applauded you because I was like, wait, what is he doing? That's genius. So it's still didn't. I know he hopped up or gamma leaped up and still threw you, but the
Yeah.
ability to force him to try to get a little more out of position is really is the right idea for a Hulk. If you cannot burn a Hulk down, then doing little things like that does add up, and especially would have hurt him more if he was somehow staggered. But again, I know that certain things didn't go your way. I know you were fishing for the mind control, or what is the technical
Yeah.
card? Bend will. But yeah, it just definitely seemed like things just weren't going your way pretty much for the game.
I know, dude. All I needed was the bend will to get him in range of Wolverine to get 2 attacks, and then I could have stood a chance. But yeah, those rolls, and it's stupid when you let the dice. It's just bad playing to have to depend on that. But it's all I had at that point. So
Yeah.
No,
You gotta play
great
your
game, man.
keyouts.
You whooped my ass in that, and you did a good job at it. So I applaud you.
All right. Well,
I will definitely be a lot more better at this next time I see it.
thank you guys for letting us stream the game. It was really fun to watch, and congratulations to Mike for making it into Top Cut. 5-0 now. It looks like you're going to be playing Curtis in the finals. I'd love to stream that if the timing works out. That'll be a lot of fun, and yeah, and Dob, you're still in the running as you're now 4-1. So you just need to win next week, and you're in cut. So good luck next week, guys, and I'll catch you next time.
We're in the same bracket, aren't we? We might actually play next time.
Yeah, that's right, Dob. We might play. So yeah. We'll see how it goes. Catch you guys later.
All right.
All right, thanks, man. Bye.
All right. Thank you, Dob, for joining me on stream. That was a lot of fun. JP. Thanks, JP, for joining me on stream. And yeah, one more shout out to JP for the Captain Marvel tech that he introduced to the world. So, yeah, that was obviously big, and that was a lot of fun to do the streams about Carol and all the chatter about Carol. And so I'm glad I got JP on the stream. I will catch you guys next time. I am playing. Tomorrow's Valentine's Day, so I'm not online. I'm not going to be streaming, but I will be playing my game. OPJ, yeah, that's right. Yay, JP, yeah, exactly. I'll be playing my game on Thursday, and that'll be against Mitch. So we'll see how that goes. If I win that, I'll be 4-1, and but if I lose that, I'm out of the running. So we'll see how that goes. I'll catch you guys later. Peace.